What is going on, everybody? Matitude22 here today with another video. Guys, I am sick again. I know I keep saying that. I know every video I'm sick, but I literally don't know what's going on. I think my body has literally just given up on me. I think that's basically what's happening. You can see, guys, we got a big pile of figures here. We got another action figure extravaganza coming your way. So just thought I'd give you a little group shot, and yeah, we're just gonna jump right into it and talk about some figures, man. I'm gonna clear some space and then we'll get into it. All right, I thought we would kick this review off with of course, the leader of the X-Men, the one and only Professor Charles Xavier. It's part of the vehicle series, so see the big box right there. I almost said the big package, but I stopped myself, so there you go. Nice artwork of Professor X on the side, and then you can kind of see the figure on the back in all its glory. You got a brief bio there. If you want to read that, of course, pause this video now. See some other various stuff the figure does and can do. Yeah, pretty large packaging. All right, I didn't actually know this. Like, I didn't even know these opened up. I didn't even know that. That's pretty tight, right? That's pretty dope. I didn't know about that. All right, looking at the figure, obviously he is pretty great. Now you can take Professor X out of his chair if you would like get that off, and you do get the just kind of regular Professor X figure. I mean, they could probably use this as a Lex Luthor if you wanted to. Like, if you want to, like, I won't stop you, but that's up to you. And he just comes in his green suit. Basically, this figure was taken right out of the X-Men, the animated series. That's basically where this figure came from. He's got the Cerebro right there, with not the best mental powers effect. I don't know. It's kind of on you. I put it on there just to show, but I don't know if I would display him with this. I don't need to tell you what it looks like, but I think everybody knows. He's got the Cerebro helmet. Face sculpt is pretty good. He's got the ridiculously long eyebrows that he's known for having in the series. I always wondered about that. Like, why did they draw his... So I always wonder why they drew his eyebrows so big, but there you go. And you can see the chair, which does come in a couple pieces. It's not super hard to put together. You just basically... I already showed you these panels, but I'll just show you again. You can see those. You just have to basically pop it in half, and then you put the little effect on the bottom to make it look like it's floating, which is actually nice. I actually like that they included that, so it looks like the chair is actually hovering, and he's not just sitting there. And then you get a little blanket, which is nice, you know. Keep Professor X's legs warm. There you go, and get your panels open, and you can look like he's doing stuff, like he's typing away. But no, all seriousness, this is a really cool figure. I know Professor X in the hover chair is something people have been wanting for quite a long time. And I'm glad that we finally got this figure in some capacity. I know a lot of people were saying maybe it would be a Build-A-Figure. To be honest, I really don't think this needed to be a Build-A-Figure. I actually think it's good, just the way they delivered it. I think they got it right the way they delivered it. So pretty cool, man. I like this figure a lot. I didn't bother going over the articulation because it has your standard Legends articulation anyway. And most people, I think, are gonna have them displayed in the chair anyway, unless he's on some kind of Savage Land adventure where he doesn't for some reason he could walk in the Savage Land. That's another thing I always wondered. But anyway, very cool figure. Like I said, really happy to got this in. We finally got this. Finally got in Professor X, and there you go with the effect. This doesn't look bad, but I mean, it doesn't really look great either. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of those things. But basically, my plan here is we're going to do the Caliban wave. But I'm going to show you some other figures anyway, because why not? I like to go big on this channel. So here we go, another Hasbro figure. We have the Lightning Collection Magna Defender. Now I did have his box. Like I didn't buy this figure loose. I had his box. I just for the life of me don't know what happened to him. And I think he had some accessories too that I think were still in the box. I don't know. My wife says she didn't throw it out, but I suspect that maybe she did accidentally, because I can't find anything for this guy, like aside from the figure. It's like there's no trace of him existing. But nonetheless, we have the figure here, and wow, this is a excellent figure. Lightning Collection just continuing to prove that they're really doing the Power Ranger fans right. This is just an awesome looking figure. I love all the detail. I mean, he just looks really thick, really bulky. Very, very cool. Cape, not a fan of the plastic cape, but it looks good, and it's not super heavy, so it doesn't weigh him down. He can actually stand quite nicely. So I don't dislike it as much. So he's got the nice green for the chest and on the head. The gold stands out really well. Comes with 2 accessories. He comes with his blaster, which looks incredible. You got some paint. You got some nice sculpting on that. Just looks really dope. This doesn't move. Obviously, that would have been nice. And then he comes with his sword, which actually, not as big a fan of the sword. I wish it was a little bit longer. But if you disregard that it's kind of short, to me, I think it looks really cool. Again, it's got a lot of nice paint detail and just sculpted really, really nice. Just do a quick articulation for Magna Defender. So the head moves side to side, moves forward and back. Arm moves. I can get it, can't really get it to move up without intentionally breaking it. It moves this far back, this far forward. The shoulder pads are on hinges, so you can move those up and down. It comes with a diaphragm joint and kind of like an ab crunch. You got kind of like a little ab crunch there. Hips move out this far, kicks this far forward, kicks that far back. Got a nice double jointed knee, which there you go. Get a pretty decent range of motion on that. And ankles do rock and have ankle pivot. And he holds both of his accessories nicely, so he comes with a trigger finger for the blaster, as you would expect. And he holds the sword as well. I don't know if this is the first Magna Defender or if this is Eric. There was 2. It doesn't come with an unmasked head, so I'm assuming it's supposed to be the first one, but nonetheless, very good figure, very nice looking figure. Wow, yeah, like I said, Lightning Collection really hit it out of the park with this guy. And the silver and the gold have a little bit of shine to them, so they stand out really well. They pop really well off the figure. Green looks really good. I would almost say, if that figure came with an unmasked head, I would almost say it was perfect. But next we have some elites, some wrestling figures, various wrestling figures. So we have, okay, so Aleister Black came in the NXT series. I think it was the last NXT series, because I think that line's been cut. And Velveteen and Randy are from Elite 67. I want to say 67. I want to comfortably say 67. They do come with some accessories. Well, Randy does. And Velveteen does. So you can see Randy Orton has some sculpted fists, and Velveteen. Actually, these are not Velveteen. I don't know who those are. Yeah, so, okay, so scratch that. That's not Velveteen. I don't know who those are, but for some reason, my wife wrote Velveteen Dream. That's okay, guys. She's allowed to make mistakes. You know what I mean? We'll give her a pass. She's allowed to screw up once in a while. Alright, all the figures are really nice, so I would say the Velveteen Dream is probably my favorite out of these. You can see I really like the design on the pants. I think they look really cool. And he's got the fabric jacket. Just look at the difference the fabric makes compared to the harder plastic vests. I think just the fabric looks really good. And he comes with the sunglasses. Those fit on nicely. Got the nice sculpt on the hair. Looks really good. Face sculpt looks really good. Looks exactly like him. So I think they really... I think they're really nailing it with the new face printing technology. I'll go over the articulation. So arm moves up and down. You can swivel it side to side. Moves out this far, in this far. He's got a single jointed elbow, wrist rotation, and wrist hinge. Is a little hard to see with the jacket, but well, it's possible to see with the jacket actually. But he's got, oops, almost lost the glasses. He's got an ab crunch, waist twist. Hips move out this far forward. Kicks this far forward. They move out this much to the side is what I actually meant to say. Kicks this far forward. Doesn't kick back. He's got a thigh swivel. Double jointed knee. Boot swivel. And you can see he's even got some kind of furry boots. So that's pretty cool. No pivot or rockers. They're supposed to be, but they just don't work on them. They're just stuck. Yeah, so like I said, a lot of nice detail went into Velveteen. I think they did a good job with this figure. If I can just get the glasses to stay on now. Stay on and look correctly like they're supposed to. Randy Orton is nice too. So this is actually the first figure that comes with the... If you're a wrestling fan, you know what this pose is all about. That's his kind of signature pose. And this is actually the first Randy Orton figure that comes with hands that can actually correctly reflect that pose. So very nice deco on the back of the vest. And a little RKO there. Deco for the tattoos is really good too. I think they really did a good job. But again, they just kind of all blend together. But if you look closely, you can kind of see. And he just comes with the normal lace boots. Really good face sculpt. This is this is post hair transplant Randy, so he's kind of rocking the long hair, which I think it's a good look for him. So there you go, man. Wow, nice figure. I almost didn't get this guy, but I'm really glad I did actually. And another figure I was really happy to get is the NXT Aleister Black. I know there's a new Aleister Black coming out, but this was his first figure, and I think this is a really excellent figure. Again, the deco on the back of the vest, just incredible. And the tattoos on Aleister Black, so many nice colors, so bright, vibrant. You can see on his legs. I mean, he's known for having tattoos everywhere. If you open up the vest, you can see on the chest. And I don't know if we could do it without taking the vest off. So let's just quickly pull it off so you guys can see. Look at the deco on the back. Look at the detail. Look at the color. Just incredible, man. Even on the back of the ear. They just really killed it with this figure. Really excellent job. You can see on the upper arms. Yeah, just really excellent. He's got some kind of gold trimming on the boots. And the end, he has the kick pads. Face sculpt, really good as well. Sculpt on the hair is good. Just this whole NXT wave, which we already looked at the Killian Dane, and I haven't done Drew McIntyre yet, but this final NXT wave, they really killed it. So there you go. You can kind of, if you look closely, might be hard to tell on camera, but you can kind of see his piercings are sculpted in there. So there you go. Three very, very different wrestling figures, elite figures, but also three really nice elite figures. So very cool. I think Mattel did a great job with all these guys. I do actually have their packages, which I will show you. So there we go for Aleister Black. He's got the NXT Takeover box. Let me see. Bio right there. Of course, feel free to read that if you'd like. The only one I didn't get in this line is Ruby Riott, because I wanted the more updated Ruby Riott, which I did get, but I haven't reviewed it yet. But I will at some point. And then, yeah, Elite 67, Velveteen, and Randy Orton. Well, there you go. You can see on the back of the boxes. Read that bio there. There you go. I also got Cedric and Shayna out of this wave, which we already looked at. I think those were in the last video. So if you didn't check out the last video, make sure you go back and watch it to see those two. So there you go. Very nice. Next, a figure that is not so nice. We have the L337 from Solo, A Star Wars Story. Don't even know how to make this figure stand. This figure doesn't even stand. Oh, there you go. I guess I'm a liar. So there is the packaging for her. She is the first female droid that I think, not the first female droid, but the first one that played kind of a main role. You can see her bio right there. If you want to read it, of course, you know the drill. Nice artwork of L337 on the back and big 73 right there. Pretty good figure in terms of look. So it looks really nice, and there's a lot of different paint apps. There's a lot of different stuff going on, so you can see all the wires, and you can see some deco right there. The face sculpt is good. I mean, it's as good as it can be for what it is. I mean, she's a droid, so can't expect too much, right? But they did. It is really good, and like I said, there's some nice details going on. Some little silvers everywhere. Little silvers. Meant to say is there's little. What I actually meant to say was there's little bits of silver everywhere. Obviously, I can't talk today. You can see some scuffing on the leg, like some battle damage, which is intentional. Yeah, just looks really good. The feet, like I said, the feet are a little off because although they are accurate, it's really hard to get her to stand. It's almost, when I say it's really hard, I mean it's almost impossible unless you kind of can you like split her legs and get her to do it. There you go. So if you kind of split the legs, you can get her to stand. Pretty good. So that's quite nice. Articulation, the head moves side to side. The neck kind of rotates. Arm moves up to there. In this far, out that far. Weird bend in the elbow, but doesn't really do anything. And I'm scared if I try to do it much, I'm going to break these little tubies. Wrist rotation and wrist hinge. She's got like a diaphragm joint and a waist twist. Let's move out this far. Kicks this far forward, which is really good. Again, I would be careful on the back that you don't kind of pull that single jointed knee, which works good. And then the feet do move. Pretty good figure, actually. Actually, after messing with this figure and just kind of really getting my hands on, I think it was actually a really nice figure. I didn't like it for like the longest time because I thought this figure's kind of junky. But actually, hey, you know what? I was wrong. This figure is actually pretty cool. So, and if you're kind of doing the solo thing, if you're kind of getting some solo figures, this is probably when you want to go ahead and pick up. But very cool. Get her to the side. Let me just get the packaging for our next figure. All right, next up, guys. I don't know if this figure was reissued or if he was just chilling, but we have the Android 16 figure from Figure Arts. And what I mean by just chilling is I just ended up, this guy was just available on Big Bad Toy Store. Just available for purchase, which 17 and 18 are incredibly hard to get. They go for crazy monetary value. So just kind of seeing this guy just there for retail really surprised me. Really cool figure. Really excited to be looking at this. So there you can see some different stuff you can do with the figure in 17 and 18. It's got the old style packaging. Figure Arts, they don't really use the same kind of packaging for the Dragon Ball figures, and he's got a couple accessories, more like alternate heads, which I will show you. So he comes with 2 bald heads, which I guess you have to take the hair out. Comes with one kind of smiling one and one kind of yelling one. I guess you have to take the hair out. Don't really know why. And then he comes with this beaten up, broken head sculpt, which I almost kind of want to display him with, but nah, maybe not. And then he comes with grabbing hands. So that pretty much does it for the accessories. Very cool. Especially the battle damage head, which I think is right. I think it's the head that's basically from when he dies. I think he gets killed by Cell. Spoilers. And then the standard head is just a kind of more stoic head. Can you take the hair off? I don't know why there's no hair. Is it just there's supposed to be no hair? Kind of, I don't know. I don't want to do it. I'm kind of scared I'm going to break it, but whatever, man. For whatever reason, there was no hair. Alright. Impressive figure in terms of statue. The armor looks nice. As you can see, there's a little bit of shading on the green. So, oops, that kind of makes it stand out a little. That kind of makes the green stand out a little more. Just look a little better. He's got the Red Ribbon Army logo. Other than that, the rest of the figure is pretty much just black, aside from the green armor. His forearms pop off, and you can see he's got 2 guns. I think this is kind of like, if I remember correctly in the series, I think this was kind of like his last ditch effort. Like basically he did this and that was it. Like I think Cell had destroyed his hands, and then that was it. And then I think he died shortly after that. No kind of paint on the inside of these, but there is some sculpting. And these, they just slide on and off. Actually, they have a harder time staying on, so do be cautious. The pieces for the armor do move, so they allow you the full kind of rotation for the arm, which again, another nice touch. You see they line up together in the back. So he does have a bend in the elbow, obviously wrist rotation and wrist hinge. He's got the diaphragm joint. These panels too are on hinges, so don't really know why. I don't really feel like they need to be, but well, on the side they do, but this one I don't really know why it is, because you can't really hinge his pelvis forward. That doesn't make any sense. So don't know why that is, but it is. And there you go. And then he just has his Dragon Ball style boots with his pointy feet. Has ankle pivot, ankle rockers, and toe joints. So he's got the earring. Pretty cool. Yeah, very cool figure. Very, I was wanting this guy for a really, really long time. And like I said, for a while he wasn't on Big Bad Toys. So for a while, like, he wasn't available. And then again, I don't remember. Maybe you guys, if you guys know, feel free to let me know in the comments. Was he reissued or whatever? Because I remember not being able to get this guy for a good price for quite a while. That's first yawn of the episode. There you go. But yeah, very nice figure. Very welcome addition to the Dragon Ball Z SH Figure Arts family. Next, we're going to be doing, I guess this is a main event. We're going to be looking at our Marvel Legends Caliban wave. Again, I'm really, really trying to cut down on these videos and not have them be so ridiculously long. So I'm going to really try to just rattle through this quick for you guys. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. You know, I understand that there's a lot of YouTubers out there, and there's a lot of great content to watch, and a much better content than mine. And you know, I know that you guys, your time is precious, and you take the time to watch the videos, and I appreciate that. So I'm not going to try to keep you here for an hour. So first figure up in the Caliban wave, we have the Weapon X Wolverine. You can see the packaging right there. Aside from the artwork and the stuff and the bio on the back, the packaging is pretty much the same for all these guys. And again, I'm only going to do the articulation once. Maybe, well, just to note it really quick, Wolverine has the butterfly joints. So there you go. All right. Starting off with the claws, they're pretty much standard claws. We've seen them before. These are not the X-Force Wolverine claws where they're gigantic. And you can see all the little tubes. I guess it's blood, or it's the serum pumping into them, pumping in the adamantium. And there's some little boxes right there, which have some nice detail and have some nice paint. The helmet is really cool. I think a lot of nice sculpting. I say really cool a lot. I don't know why. I don't know why that's my go-to. I'm going to try to, in the new year, I'm going to try to say that less. But it's nice. A lot of nice sculpting on it. Not as much paint detail. Not as much deco. And then he's got his wrestling undies. And then you can see some hair painted on the legs. And he's got some hair painted on the chest. So that is cool. Buckles are painted. That is cool. You know, that's always kind of a big detriment for me when they don't paint the buckles. It drives me crazy. He also comes with an unmasked head, which I think is horrible. I think it's ugly, so get rid of that. Don't need that. Next up, we have Skull Crusher or Skullbuster. So there you go. Again, I'm gonna try to run through these pretty quick for you guys because we're already clocking in at almost a half hour. So there's Skullbuster. He's, I would say, the tallest figure in the wave. You can see he has not only the same Deathstroke arms and Deathlock arms and legs. He's got the Deathlock gun as well, one of them. And it's just kind of molded in green plastic. Shoulder pads look pretty cool. This one just looks like a bottle cap. And this one is like a spiky. He's got bullets. Like, again, he's got Deathlock bullets, but he doesn't have a really gun. Like, obviously, these bullets are not for this gun. Because you can see the mag is right there. So don't really get the point of that. The vest is a separate piece. Obviously, you can take it off if you want. And the face sculpt is good. I think it's pretty gnarly. Yeah, it looks like the paint is kind of bleeding through. The black is bleeding through. Again, I don't want to fault that because I feel like it might supposed to be like that. Like that might be intentional. Obviously, Skullbuster is a Marauder. He comes with an alternate head. So you can make him a different Marauder guy. I forget this dude's name. And I do realize I need to pick up another Skullbuster to do that. But not as worried about it right now. Until they actually start giving us more Marauder figures, I'm not too worried about it. But and again, a very nice figure. Next, got Forge. Boom. Bio right there for you. Artwork right there for you. Forge. Excited to have this guy. Excited for X Factor. Alright, so there you can see Forge. Forge comes with two very nice guns. I can't remember if we got this before, but they actually both look really cool. And he holds them both well. He's got the one cybernetic leg there, and then just kind of your standard X-Men suit. Just like the Jim Lee Cyclops. These are just loose. They just don't stay on. They just don't stay on correctly. Well, they do, but they tend to fall. Or you could put them like way up, which just looks ridiculous. But the brown kind of are these cowboy boots? I think these are like cowboy boots, right? That's what they look like. So they are a nice touch. Face sculpt is really excellent on Forge. He's got the ponytail. He's got the harness, which has nothing painted on it. Alright, I'll kind of do the articulation just for Forge, because why not? One thing to note too, this hand does not have a trigger finger. Don't know if that's just mine or if it's a defect, but he only has one trigger finger, and one trigger finger and two guns really doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, head moves side to side. It's got a ball peg on a neck disc. Arm moves up to there. Moves in this far, out that far. He's got a double jointed elbow, wrist hinge, and wrist rotation, waist twist, ab crunch. Hips move out this far, kicks this far forward, kicks that far back. Got a double jointed knee, thigh swivel. Hold the gun Forge. See, this is why you need to have a trigger finger, because if he had a trigger finger, he would hold the gun better. He has ankle pivot and ankle rocker, so there you go. Forge is looking excellent. Just another guy to go with the X Factor. I wouldn't say he's the best figure of this wave. There's a lot of good figures in this wave, but I would definitely say Forge as a standalone figure. Once you kind of get him posed nicely, looks like he's ready to shoot some people. I would say this figure holds up quite well. Next we have Blink. Again, artwork of Blink, and there's her bio. Another figure that I'm very happy to have. Another welcomed X-Men character. In terms of effects, she comes with this big pink donut, which it's obviously not a donut. It's just some pink plastic. It's supposed to be like her portal teleporter. She throws daggers and they open portals. That's what this is. So I guess like you wouldn't really can have her stand in it, but it's more like she would jump into it. If that makes any sense. She did have an extra dagger, but I lost it. So there you go. Blink, not super impressive. Very minimal sculpting on this figure. It's all about the paint. So obviously the boots and the belt are a separate piece. Other than that, her arm gloves are just painted on, and her bathing suit is just painted on. This is it's weirdly twisted. I don't understand why, but it is. Face sculpt is good though. I will say that the face sculpt is good. You can see the choker is a separate piece. I like the sculpt on the hair, and I like the color of the hair, and I actually like the color of this. I think it's very nice, very vibrant. So I actually quite like that. I think they excuse me. I think they actually did quite a good job there. So Although Blink not super impressive, she's not really bad either. I would still recommend picking this figure up. And Blink is kind of she's more prominent X-Men character, so definitely one that's worth having. Next, we have the 3 big guns in this wave. So obviously Gambit, which again, artwork there, bio there. I would say that these are the 3 big guns because these are the 3 that a lot of people have been waiting for. So there you go. Gambit looks really cool. I really like Gambit minus the hair. I don't know why it's all flowy to one side. I remembered he just kind of had spiky hair, but hey, that could be me. Maybe I'm wrong. He does come with the Nick Fury style trench coat. That's another kind of thing he has going against him. I'm not really a fan of this, but it actually works on Gambit, and you can see he still has all his correct articulation. So I think they definitely made it work here. The chest, the armor or shirt, whatever it is nice and shiny. Also, he's got like an 8-pack, so he's like ripped, definitely. Got the shiny blue boots. Very cool. Face sculpt is very good. Like I said, minus the hair. Don't really dig the hair. He comes with some accessories. So he comes with this one kind of flaming card that's just molded in translucent pink plastic, and then he comes with this kind of bullseye card throwing effect, which is fine. But the best accessory I would say is the bow staff. No paint or no detail on it, but it definitely does look cool, and you can definitely get him holding it nicely. Like, I think standing on your shelf, and this is just a quick vanilla pose, just kind of get him standing on the shelf like that. I think he's gonna look really, really good. So there you go. And again, this was like probably one of the better waves of the year, I would think. We got a lot of really good stuff. All right, so again, big 3. We have Jubilee. A lot of people didn't get the first Jubilee. I did, the more modern Jubilee. I was able to actually get that wave at Toys R Us to build a figure. A lot of people, however, weren't. A lot of people had a hard time getting themselves a Jubilee. So I'm glad Hasbro did us right and gave us another one. But not just gave us another Jubilee, the more recognizable Jubilee, the better Jubilee. I think the Jim Lee X-Men the Animated Series Jubilee. Trench coat is obviously really short. This is a really tiny figure. This is a teenage girl mold, which accurate. He's got the same kind of short boots like Blink has. Again, not really much sculpting on here, minus the jeans, which are a separate piece, obviously, and the belt. See, they did paint the belt and the little X logo on the shirt, which it's hard to see, but that is painted. She comes with removable glasses. And all right, sorry about that, guys. My camera cut out. We are back. Yeah, I kind of dig the bubblegum head, but I might ditch that once Boom Boom makes it onto the shelf, because 2 bubblegum heads, I don't know. And the trench coat is a soft plastic, so it doesn't really inhibit the articulation, which it's the standard female articulation. So the arm rotates up and down. Single jointed elbow, wrist rotation. She's got the diaphragm joint. Hips move out this far, kicks this far forward, kicks that far back. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee, and she's got a boot swivel and ankle pivot and ankle rocker. Oh, and there go the glasses. I do like the shorter hair sculpt they did with Jubilee. I know she's known for having short hair, but I'm glad they really recreated that correctly. and they didn't just give her weird kind of longish short hair. There you go. Sculpt is nice. Excellent figure. Probably one of the best figures of the year. Alternate accessory. She comes with an alternate kind of regular head, and she comes with, in total, 3 pairs of sunglasses, which is good. I feel like they anticipated people were gonna lose sunglasses, so I feel like that's why we got so many pairs. Which actually, good move for Hasbro. I'm glad they did that. Last figure of the wave, not counting the Build-A-Figure, we have Beast. Same deal, guys. If you want to read the bio, of course, pause it now. Yeah, we're clocking in at about 40 minutes. Like I said, I'm going to try to work to make these shorter, but I think this is going to end up being the average. Holy cow, Beast is amazing. This is probably one of the best figures of the year, in my opinion. Just the sculpted fur all over the place really looks nice. All the dark blue spots. Yeah, the sculpted fur looks good, but also the paint apps for the dark blue looks really good. Just really got to feel that he's really furry. He's a big hairy beast, man. I know a lot of people were complaining about the face sculpt. I like the face sculpt. I think I think it's flawless. And they gave Beast the butterfly joints too, which is really nice. Really glad they included that. He's got his X-Men belt and his trunks. And then you can see the feet. Toenails are sculpted but not really painted. Same with the claws on the hand. Can you focus? There you go. Just what a nice figure. And he has all the same articulation that you would expect, like a regular Legends figure to have. Like he's not he's not hindered by how large he is. Like look at that double jointed elbow, man. Look at the range of motion you get on that. Insane. And you got the wrist joint, ab crunch, diaphragm joint, hips move out far, kicks really far forward. He's even got toe joints, which we don't always see. A lot of times they don't do the toe joints, but for Beast, I think it really works. And I would say that just in terms of action figures, not even just talking Marvel Legends, not even talking about just how badly people have been wanting Beast, because this was another Toy Biz figure that really goes for some money, and a lot of people had a hard time getting them. I think just this figure in itself is just a masterpiece, and I'm really super excited to have a Beast. Super excited to have a Beast. I can't even tell you. Like I said, this wave really killed it with Jubilee, Gambit, Beast all in the same wave. You know, getting a Professor X around that time, the Forge, completing the X Factor. Really amazing. And then you kind of, in my opinion, you take a step back a bit, and you have Caliban, which a lot of people aren't familiar with Caliban. He was in X-Men Apocalypse. And Logan obviously didn't look like this, but you know what? I'm still going to give this figure its dues. This is still a nice figure. That face sculpt is terrifying, man. That is just terrifying. He's got that nice white claws. Again, fingernails not painted. But there's also some nice dark shading on the hands and the head, which I think looks really, really good. The body of the figure itself, the white is just kind of plain white, like no shading on the body. So I would say the hands, I mean, you can see all the veins. I would say the hands and the face are as good as it gets. And like I said, that is quite a scary face. The rest of this guy is very, very bland, very average. No, like I said, no sculpting, minus the sleeves, collars. I don't know what you call these. My French Canadian is coming out, but I don't know what you call those. Cuffs. Those cuffs are obviously a separate piece. No sculpting other than that, minus some veins. Pretty good figure. Not going to spend a lot of time on this because I think we're almost at 50 minutes. That is the video, guys. I hope you liked it. Like I said, I hope you like these style of videos where it's just more figures in one video. It's definitely better for me and for recording, and I think it's better doing it this way than uploading a video every day. But feel free to leave me some feedback. Thank you for watching, guys. I don't know if it's going to be on Facebook. I know it's going to be on Facebook. I don't know if it's going to be on YouTube. But guys, I do know that you have a lot of options on how you spend your time and what kind of content you watch. And the fact, if you did take the time to sit here and watch this video, and if you're hearing my voice, you did, then thank you for doing that. It really means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys have an excellent day. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for everything you do for me and for this channel. I love you guys so much. I really, really mean that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, and